And also, I bring my own straw if I go to
Wow.
minum to beverage.
Whenever you want to buy drinks.
Yes.
Mm. Hello everyone, back at it again with Budcast, the Buddy Podcast with us, Oka.
And Tsamarah as your host for this episode.
My
Okay.
name is Alia Farisha. I'm from Malaysia. I'm a student exchange, a degree majoring in chemical engineering.
Yes. Oh, hi. I'm Kira. I'm a volunteer of ITAS Global Engagement in Division Hospitality for International Students. So I'm here as alias Buddy. And yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Alia and Kira. It's nice to meet you guys, and thank you for having your time for us today. And by the way, due to the deteriorating environmental conditions, being a responsible consumer is something that is often discussed recently. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Yes, I think that since the COVID-19 pandemic, it is talked about more often.
Yes. Alia, what do you think that a responsible consumer is?
My opinion, responsible consumer is like the little things that we do. Like for example, we go to shopping, we bring our tote bag or backpack to reduce the plastic.
What about you, Kira? What does it mean to be a responsible consumer?
For me, a responsible consumer is someone who cares for our environment and is aware of the impacts of their daily consumption, like how they consume everything and choose to avoid as many waste as possible.
Yes, I agree with both of you. Responsible consumer is something that uh, some people who have self-awareness about their
Mm.
consumptions, and we can also limit our purchases and buy not what we want but what we need.
Mm. Yes.
I agree.
I agree with you. So, but do you know, guys, that some people choose to shop in bookstore?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
what
I've
about?
heard about it.
Kira, you have heard about it, but not sure. Uh,
Yeah.
Actually, bookstore is a wholesale store that supports the less waste concept, where the customers bring their own container for the offered ingredient as to avoid single-use packs.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
See, I think it sounds very, very interesting. Alia, are there any bookstores in your country, Malaysia?
I think there's one in Malaysia use that concept. I think in Kelang, customer need to bring our container like a bottle because they sell some detergent, some needed, some our daily needed, and then we go there. We just need to bring our own container, and then we refill it, and then before we go out, we just pay.
I think there are a few in Indonesia. Like in Indonesia itself, bookstore is still rarely found, I think. But in Surabaya, I know there are two stores. In near ITS, there is one called Alang-Alang or something, and there is also one bookstore that is quite far from ITS.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, but I've never tried to buy that. I will try it sometimes.
I
Okay.
personally really want to try the experience
Yeah,
shopping
me
in
too.
bookstore.
Okay. Talking about small acts to support less waste movement, I think Alia or Kira mentioned about bringing their own shopping bags and tumbler when they shop. Do everyone have your own shopping bag now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do.
Wow, Please
Then
show to our audience.
it's just a simple tote bag.
Oh,
Wow.
Me too.
I have also my own.
Yes, me too.
I have a tote bag.
Yay.
Actually, I have one that is specially for shopping tote, but I don't know where to put it. Where I put it. So I have this.
And also, I bring my own straw if I go to
Wow.
minum to beverage.
Whenever you want the drinks.
Yes.
Mm,
So I support the campaign.
Okay, that's great. Um, okay, so talking about that, this campaign and this less waste movement is actually about SDG 12. Do you guys know what SDG 12 is?
Yeah, I know quite a bit because I work in Impactful Friday. You guys know what is Impactful Friday?
okay.
Yeah, SDG 12 is about responsible consumer, right?
Mhm.
Yes, you're right, Kira. So SDG 12 is about responsible consumption and production. This SDG talk about doing more and better with less.
So being a responsible consumer, I think it's not so hard. That there are many little things we can do to protect our environment. So your small act will matter by becoming a responsible consumer, such as simple act like eating our foods without leaving any waste is already considered as a responsible consumption. And we can also start by using an item several times instead of using disposable or single-use items. And we can also thrift shopping. That's so fun. So there are so many small acts you can do to protect our earth, to protect our. And so, yeah, you should start to be a responsible consumer. What about you, Alia?
For my opinion, the responsible consumer is like a small thing that we need to do. We need to think the environment, the people. Like you said, Kira, we only eat the food that we can finish, and then we bring our tote bag, and then we reuse the plastic, we reuse the bottle, like that. It's not really hard. It's just a small thing,
Hmm.
Yeah,
but we need uh to do first, and then
Start
well,
with small thing.
yeah.
yeah.
I agree with both of you, like everything that you have stated, and I agree that we need to start by doing small act because small act matter, guys. So please start to be a responsible consumer.
Mm, okay, I really hope all of us will be a responsible consumer.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hope so.
I hope so.
So now things are going to be really exciting because we are going to play a game. So this game called Crossword Game.
Okay.
Okay, I think you guys are familiar with
Yes.
this game, right?
I see.
Let's start the game for the question number 1. Yeah, I see number 1 down. So let's see the clue. Yes. So the clue is the action of converting waste material into a new material is called how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 7. 7 box.
Recycle?
Anyone know?
Is it recycle? No.
Alia answer recycle. So the answer is correct, recycle. So the action of converting waste material into new material is recycle.
Yes. Okay. Now moving on to the second question. Oh, the third question. Okay. Let's see. The clue is portray across a movement driven by youth to say no to plastic bags, originated from Bali.
Okay. If I forget.
I think it's very, very long. I think it's long.
I think
Kira,
it's written in Impactful Friday.
yeah, it is. It is an Impactful Friday.
It's something with something.
No, not that one. Not from
Not that one. Diet kantong plastik. No.
About plastic.
I totally forgot.
It's about plastic.
I will give you a clue. So in the answer, there's a word like this.
Bye plastic bags.
Yes, correct.
That's correct.
So let's moving on to the next one. Okay, number 2 down. So what's the clue? Okay, the clue is responsible consumption and production. Actually, we already talked about it.
Yeah, SDG.
Answer, Alia.
So the answer is
SDGs.
Oh.
No.
SDG number.
Number 12.
Yes, correct. SDG number 12. So SDG number 12 is responsible consumption and production.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the next question for doubt. It starts with an S,
The ability
and
to
it's the ability to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs.
Sustainable.
Are you sure?
Yes, sustainable.
Oh yeah, sustainable.
Sustainable.
Yay.
It is correct, sustainable. Okay, now moving on to the next question, Oka.
Okay, let's moving on. Okay, number 6, across. Unwanted or unusable material. What usually we call that thing?
Waste.
Kira, answer waste. Okay, yes. So the answer is waste. So waste is unwanted or unusable material, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now the next question, 5 down. The second word is E, and the clue is, according to weforum.org, the country with the best recycling rate in the world is.
Do you know, Alia?
The country with the best recycling rate in the world is
Country with the second letter E. Germany.
Okay. All right, Germany.
Yay!
Smart thinking, okay? That's smart
Two
thinking.
more. Okay, number 8, across. So let's see the clue. A place that sells products or goods put in large containers. Its customers are required to bring their own container to buy the product.
Alia, you can answer this.
Yes. Alia, you know the answer?
okay.
Easy. We talk about it.
A bookstore.
Yeah,
Yes, correct
but
answer.
it is
Bookstore.
Yay!
We already talked about it.
And now the last question, 7 across.
Oh, it's so
The
long.
last one, guys.
Yeah, it's a long word and has an N. A lifestyle where people aim to minimize their cash output.
Zero waste, less waste, responsible consumption. What else? Lifestyle.
Very long.
Do you know, Alia?
No, I don't have any idea.
Less waste movement.
Yes, that's
Yes, very correct.
that's
You.
the movement
You're
got
good.
me like.
Really good, Kira. Okay. And that was the last question for today's game.
Yay, so the
Yay, that was
crossword is
fun.
finished.
Okay, you guys doing great with the game, but sadly, this is the end of our podcast.
Oh,
Okay, so thank you to Kira and Alia for wanting to be a part of Budcast.
thank you too for
You
inviting
too.
me.
Okay,
Thank you for inviting me too.
and I would also like to thank you for our audience who watch podcast series.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
read.
break
And
the
happiness. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Okay.
Oh wait, this episode is not over yet.
Yes, we have something to tell you guys. But first, let's turn our cameras back on.
Hey everyone! So I would like to say that these past few weeks have been really great. You know, we talk about a lot of the SDGs, such as SDG 3 with the new normal protocols and SDG 5 gender equality.
And also others SDGs, which are SDG 14, 11, and 12. This was a great experience for us, and I hope we made an impact for all of our audience in every episode.
Yep, that's right. But sadly, we have to tell all of you that this is the final episode of Budcast, the Buddy Podcast.
We would like to thank all the guests, Buddy, and of course, Budcast viewers for the loyal support.
Well, it is not an end, but a new beginning. Oka, how about we do the Budcast tagline for the last time ever?
Okay, sure.
Okay, on three. 1, 2.
Let's
Let's
bring
spread happiness.
happiness.
I'm Tsamarah.
And I'm Oka. See you soon.